Khloé Kardashian shares the reasons behind her feeling so drained from looking after her children. Hi, before we continue, please subscribe to the channel for all Kardashians news and update. Khloé Kardashian recently opened up about how tiring it has been to take care of her kids all by herself, but she also shared that she deeply loves being a mother. Even though parenting has been wearing her out, she made it very clear that she wouldn't change anything about it. The reality TV star, known for being part of the Kardashian family and for founding her clothing brand Good American, talked about her life as a mom during a conversation with her sister Kourtney Kardashian in a recent episode of their family's show. During their talk, Khloé explained that she didn't join a recent family trip to Paris because she didn't feel comfortable leaving her children behind. She shares 2 children with her former partner, Tristan Thompson, who plays professional basketball. Their daughter True is 6 years old, and their son Tatum is almost 2. At the time of the trip, Tristan wasn't around because he was busy playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That meant Khloé was the only parent physically present with the kids, and it made her too nervous to be away from them. Khloé told Kourtney that she didn't have another parent at home to watch over her children while she traveled. That made her worry even more. She said she kept thinking about what could happen if there was an emergency while she was away and the rest of the family was also out of the country. Thoughts like these made her anxious and uncomfortable with the idea of traveling, so she decided to stay back. She described how her mind went to worst-case scenarios, like an earthquake or another unexpected event, and how upsetting it felt to think her kids might be alone in such a situation. The idea of not being there for them scared her. She also mentioned that even though Tristan helps out when he's home, he wasn't around at that moment. He's usually helpful when he is around, but because he was away with his basketball team, all the responsibility fell on her. She told Kourtney that she currently doesn't have any nighttime nannies, and that's something she might need to change soon. At the moment, no one lives full-time with her to help her out, which makes things harder. She said that even though she might need help, she still prefers to do many things on her own. She takes pride in being very involved in her children's lives. For example, she prepares True's lunches and dinners herself every day. She said she doesn't let anyone else take on that job because she's so particular about how things are done for her kids. Khloé explained that she is a very hands-on mom. She said that although Tristan has made meals before, she still prefers to do most things by herself because she likes things done in a certain way. She likes to be very involved and in control when it comes to her children's daily routine. In a separate confessional, Khloé talked more about the emotional side of being a parent. She said that she genuinely enjoys spending time with her kids, but she admitted that being a parent is very hard. She described what her evenings look like after putting True to bed around 8:30 p.m. She said she feels like she's crawling on the floor from how exhausted she is. To make her point, she compared herself to a scene from the movie, Wolf of Wall Street, where Leonardo DiCaprio's character struggles to get into a car. It was her way of saying how drained she feels by the end of each day. She added that after going through all of that, you still wake up the next morning and do it all over again. And while it may sound like a struggle, she said that it's what she wants. She called it the strangest feeling. Even when she feels like she's completely worn out and doesn't think she can keep going, she finds herself missing her kids when they finally fall asleep. She joked that by the time they're asleep around 10 p.m., she already wants to see them again. She laughed at herself for feeling this way, saying she needs to pull herself together because it doesn't make sense to miss them so soon after needing a break. This isn't the first time Khloé has shared emotional or difficult parts of parenting with viewers. She has been open in the past about other challenges she faced as a mother, especially when her son Tatum was born through surrogacy in 2022. On a previous episode of the show, she talked about how hard it was to adjust emotionally after his birth. She said she felt very guilty because the surrogate gave birth to Tatum, and then Khloé just took the baby and went into another room. That separation made her feel strange. It didn't feel natural to her, and she wished someone had warned her about how different surrogacy can feel emotionally. She said that no one really explained to her what it would be like to have a child through a surrogate and how it would make her feel afterwards. She admitted that even though it's not a bad thing, it's still very different from carrying and giving birth to a child yourself. She felt unprepared for the emotional gap that came with the situation. She didn't want people to think that surrogacy is wrong, but she just wanted others to understand that it can feel unusual and that those feelings are okay and real. Khloé's honesty has touched a lot of people. Her stories show how deeply she cares about her children and how much she is willing to give for them, even when she's completely drained. It also shows the emotional complexity of motherhood, how it's full of love, worry, pride, exhaustion, and moments where everything feels overwhelming but also meaningful at the same time. It's not easy to raise children, especially when you're doing it mostly on your own, and especially under the spotlight of fame. But Khloé seems determined to do everything she can for her kids. She has created a home where she is present in their lives in every little way, from making their meals to worrying about their safety every time she thinks of stepping out. She gives her children her full attention and energy, and even when she feels worn out, she still finds joy in the little things they do and misses them when they are just a room away. Her willingness to talk openly about these struggles makes many people respect her even more. It reminds other parents, especially mothers, that it's okay to feel tired, overwhelmed, or even confused about their emotions. Khloé's story is a reminder that parenting is not about being perfect but about showing up for your children every day with love, even when you feel like you have nothing left to give. It also reminds everyone that it's okay to ask for help, to feel guilty sometimes, and to talk about the parts of parenting that aren't always easy. Khloé continues to show people that being a good parent doesn't mean doing it all perfectly. It means being honest, present, and loving, no matter how hard it gets. And even when she jokes about missing her kids minutes after putting them to bed, it's clear that her heart is always with them. Her words are touching and relatable, and they show the real side of what it means to be a devoted parent in today's world. In a separate confessional, Khloé talked more about the emotional side of being a parent. She said that she genuinely enjoys spending time with her kids, but she admitted that being a parent is very hard. She described what her evenings look like after putting True to bed around 8:30 p.m. She said she feels like she's crawling on the floor from how exhausted she is. To make her point, she compared herself to a scene from the movie, Wolf of Wall Street, where Leonardo DiCaprio's character struggles to get into a car. It was her way of saying how drained she feels by the end of each day. She added that after going through all of that, you still wake up the next morning and do it all over again. Thanks for watching. Please do well to share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more Kardashian updates.